Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. My message for the day is that we are allowed to be visible and seen while you're figuring it out. So stop thinking that you have to be perfect at something, that you need to get all of your, we'll say, everything just perfect and right before you bring something forward to share. And this is good whether you're in a business, your personal life, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with keeping things to yourself either until you want to share it with the world. But what we need to understand about this process is looking within and what is that, like, what is in alignment with you right now? Because maybe you're somebody who's always just felt that you need to be perfect before you show or share and have it all figured out, and that's okay, but always pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone and knowing what our own personal, I don't want to say limitations, but where we get in our head, that eliminating the idea of what's right or wrong with that is important. Because also I was sitting by my fire in the rocking chair, unplugged from everything with my morning coffee. And what was coming up for me was this, there's been a lot, but it's about how this idea of right or wrong. And it's like, there is no right or wrong. It just is. But, let's take this a step farther. What is right and what is wrong? That's the thing that's in question, right? But we do know what aligns, and we do know what is a lower vibration and what's a higher vibration. And so when we sit in this space of going, if we're about to make a decision and go, but there is no right or wrong in this. And then we choose something that we know is going to keep us in a pattern of either holding us back or repeating the same thing because we want to be safe in this, because we know we've created this place that, we become complacent. And for anybody in this space, I've done the shadow work, I've been there, I've done all this, that's a bunch of fucking hogwash. On our spiritual journeys, it's never ending. This is the thing. I am so tired of people saying, and it's this spiritual hierarchy of, but I know, but I've done this, I've done the work, I blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe you did do the work. We've all done work. We've all done varying degrees of work and amounts and all of the things. But guess what? That's the whole point of life. We're living this. We continue to go through this. So push yourself out of your comfort zone. If you're getting comfortable in the way that everything is, you know what? I just don't take part in this. I don't do that. I've done my work. I blah, 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 blah. There is no right or wrong in my decisions. That's a bypassing. That's a type of bypassing. I have this spiritual hierarchy here, and I've already done everything I need to do, and now you need to catch up to me, and so therefore I am going to guide you. That's bullshit. If you're working with somebody who thinks that, or you're in especially if you're working with like a spiritual guidance person who acts as though they are high and mighty and they do not need, they don't want to be seen for who they really are, then maybe you should question yourself as to why you're working with somebody who's telling you what to do because they've done it already and somehow you need to catch up to them, because that's bullshit. We're all in this together. So be okay with being seen. Be okay with making mistakes. Be okay with going, you know what? I'm learning something. And when I'm excited about it, I want to share it with you. I want to share these things when I'm excited. I might fuck up and I might tell you something that maybe isn't, oh, I thought this, but that. But being vulnerable and open. And that is where some of us do need to push ourselves out of that comfort zone. So anyway, the ramble is now done. It's almost 5 minutes. You guys have a wonderful day. And More musings may come up out of me in the next little while. Take care, everybody.